Well, welcome into the Pig Trail Show. Good to see everyone. Alyssa Orange here alongside Courtney Mims and Mike Irwin. It was the bye week for the Razorbacks, and we're really at that halfway point, guys, of the season. So this is what we're going to do. We've got our whiteboards. We've got some report card grades to give out. We've done this before, but we're going to break it down a little bit differently. Everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with some players. We just make Mike play along with us, and he doesn't really have much of a choice. So our first grade is going to go to QB1, KJ Jefferson. Ready, go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Grade?
Yep. Oh.
B plus.
A minus.
And 2 A minuses. Courtney, I'll let you argue yours first.
Yeah, I think KJ's done a great job this year. I think the only reason I'm not giving him an A plus, he's not perfect, and he did miss class one time. I'm talking about that Mississippi State game, of course, but it was an excused absence. That Texas A&M loss hurt him a little bit too. That dive into the end zone, that fumble, and then obviously it led to the touchdown. I think that really changed the game for them. So I think that's why I'm giving him an A minus. He's done really well since then, though. Mike.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, not trying to be a copycat, but I gave him an A minus. Also, he started strong against Cincinnati, began to slowly go downhill after that. Not terrible, just not what he's capable of. Now, let's face it, the decision to dive into that stacked goal line defense cost Arkansas the A&M game. I said all along, part of the problem was play calling. Against BYU, when they opened up the passing game, he was KJ again, and hopefully that won't change from here on out.
Yep, it was good to see in that BYU game, but again, my B plus I think has a lot to do with ball security. He has talked about Sam Pittman. The ball security's not there like it was a year ago. And then also, I want to see him have more chemistry with those wide receivers, get that passing game developed a little bit more, but I want to see that happen. All right, moving on to Drew Sanders, guys. Quickly, what is your grade? B?
B plus.
Minus?
I gave him B plus. That's a B plus.
All right, Mike, a B minus.
B minus. Yeah, you know, he's a good pass rusher, but ever since Barry Odom made the move to a three-man front, Sanders has been more of a traditional middle linebacker, and he's not as good as that as when he uses his speed to go after ball carriers. I think Odom will stick with the three-man front, but there were some signs against BYU that Sanders may be about to get more involved as a pass rusher, and so we'll see. But I have to be honest, I don't think they're playing Pooh Paul enough. Odom needs to get that kid on the field, too, and rest Bumper Pool and Sanders more.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that, too. I think kind of similar to what Mike was saying, I'm giving him a B plus because Drew, one of their more talented defensive players, he still leads the SEC in sacks. I did see that stat today. But the last one he had was in the Alabama game. So I think we haven't seen too much of him when it comes to pressuring the quarterback because exactly what Mike said, he's been moving around a lot. So I'm giving him that B plus. He's been great for this team. But I still think he needs to pressure the quarterback more and become that threat.
Yeah, my B is because he's quieted down a little bit. I want to see him ramp it back up. All right, here we go. Rocket Sanders. Rocket Sanders, what is his grade? Ready, go. I put my arrow in the wrong way.
Oh, that it's supposed to go to
me. Teacher's pet, because good gosh, I don't think Courtney would have enough things to say about her A++ student.
Yeah, my A+++ student is Rocket Sanders. No one's as surprised by this one. He's been my player of the game every single week, except one. I switched it up to Drew one week. Still leads the SEC in rushing with 870 yards on the ground. He's on pace to have what, Mike? 1,600? Whew, you might say he's fumbled the ball a bit, but to that argument, I say he has bounced back each time he has fumbled. So, A++. He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, I'll dial it back just a bit. I'm giving him an A. Clearly, he's having a great season. Yes, he's leading the SEC in rushing by a comfortable margin. My only issue with him, not his fault, is they run him too much against stacked defenses. He's a good combination of speed and power, but he's not a 240-pound fullback. He's at his best when the passing game is working, and also when they take him out for a series or two. Using A.J. Green and Rashad Dubinion actually gives Rocket an edge coming back in.
All right, quickly, Hudson Clark. A Hudson Clark grade. We'll finish with this defensive player. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, no way.
We're all in agreement. Courtney, quickly, why?
Yeah, really quickly. I think he's been playing, obviously, up and down. I think Mike and I have been talking about that. It's just not consistent. I want to see more consistency from a great BYU game. I want to see that all the time. Can we get that?
Yeah, he's probably their best overall player in the secondary, and he's also versatile, going from cornerback to safety and back to cornerback as Odom was trying to adjust because of injuries. He's second in tackles behind Brini, has a pick and 2 fumble recovers and 7 pass breakups. So why the B minus?
Okay.
Inconsistencies. He does a lot of good stuff, but still gets beat deep from time to time. So the bottom line is, as a player, he's hot and cold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Cannot
100%.
agree more. All right, got to skip to the end. We're running out of time for this block. So here we go. I want an overall grade for the Razorbacks in their first games here of the season before the season break. 3, 2, 1. Agreeance again.
Is it
Look
or
at
B
us with our
minus, or
B
is it-
minuses, or just a B, Mike?
B minus or B?
B.
B.
A B.
He's going with a
okay.
B. Okay.
A B. Man, I think a lot of it has to do with that A&M game. Should have won that game, guys.
That was
B
that was
minus.
my case for the B minus.
B minus. All right. Hey, look, my teacher always put in my report card, talks too much in class. That was her final note. Any final notes from the teachers over here in this?
Yeah, sometimes they've missed assignments, and I'm looking at you, defense, when I say that, okay? I'm looking at you guys. They've missed tackles. That's no surprise there. I think they've done their homework, though, so I expect them to improve.
Okay.
Arkansas, you have a lot of potential, but there have been too many absences. Yes, excused absences due to injury, but if you aren't in class and have a hard time making your grades, you did a good job on your midterm, BYU, but you need a strong finish and you need to ace the final exam.
Yeah, you definitely do. Let's finish strong, finish the assignment, complete these last 5 games of this season. Guys, that was fun. Thanks for joining in on that.